With the new continent Rowen being released, it also comes the faction PvP mode. This PvP mode is similar to GvG when it comes to optimizing for the most efficient build. Since this faction PvP is not equalized, it means your engravings, stats, item level, gems, and cards all come into play, and having most cost efficient build is a necessity if you wish to participate in it. In this video I will quickly show the best sharpshooter build that is cheap and effective. Sharpshooter being a squishy class means even with the defensive stats you are still likely to get one shot. Abusing your long range means you will want to build for full damage. Crit is going to be your main stat with swiftness on a necklace and one earring. This will give you enough crit to do burst damage while having increased mobility, attack speed and cooldown reduction. The main engraving other than your class engraving is heavy armor, which will give you enough physical and magic defense to survive more than one attack. Since every opponent will be running the same defensive engravings and stats, doing a big burst will be your main damage. So running Death Strike instead of Loyal Companion will benefit you greatly. Other three engravings will be Keen Blunt Weapon, which utilizes your high crit chance, Hitmaster for obvious reasons of being the best non-positional damage engraving, and last one either Spirit Absorption, which will give you even more move speed and attack speed, Curse Doll, which gives you highest damage potential, or Fortitude for more damage reduction. Best card set will be combination of Forest of Giants for even more physical and magic damage reduction, and Will Meet Again for damage reduction under 50% HP. On the screen I will quickly go over the build, so pause the video if you need to. The main idea is to use Snipe and Charge Shot as your main damage dealing skills while staying ranged, with 3 movement skills to get you in and out of fights with Moving Slash, Stalker and Salvo that also gives you stealth, 2 heavy crowd control skills in Claymore Mind and Electric Nova, and Bladestorm that will generate Identity Meter for Death Strike Burst and additional damage skill. Golden Eye is the preferred awakening. With runes, you want Legendary Welt on Bladestorm, Legendary Rage on Moving Slash, Epic Rage on Stalker, Quick Recharge on Salvo, and Galewind on everything else. 3 attack gems on Snipe, Charge Shot and Silverhawk, and 8 cooldown gems on every skill. The best gear set will depend on your preference, but either Hallucination for extra crit or Salvation for extra attack speed. Since Rowen is a team-oriented faction PvP, it means you shouldn't ever be solo and always stick with a group, as your build relies on giving support in form of hard CC from range while also dishing out a lot of damage. Do not treat this as a 1v1 or 3v3 PvP game where you can play as a ranged assassin. Your goal is to stay at the range, dealing damage and throwing hard CC at incoming opponents and helping your team. Sharpshooter isn't the most tankiest class, and also isn't the class that deals the most damage, so having a mixture of dealing damage at range and also providing support in form of hard CC for your teammates makes Sharpshooter a viable pick and a class with which you can have a lot of fun. Hopefully this helps you wreak havoc in Rowen and makes it fun and interesting. If you have any questions about the build or how to play the Sharpshooter in Rowen, let me know in the comments. Keep in mind that your item level still plays the biggest part in dealing damage, so don't be discouraged if you get one shot by overgeared whales. If PvP and GvG isn't your thing, then you might be interested in watching this Sharpshooter video on your screen.